The following contest is match 4 in their best-of-5 series and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, right in front of me here, from Bangor, Maine, weighing in at 230 pounds, the beautiful bald bastard of Bangor, Alexander Lee. And his opponent, to my left, from Norumbega, Maine, Frank Jaeger.
It's match 4 in the best-of-5 series here on the road between Alexander Lee and frisky Frank Jaeger. Jaeger walking into tonight with a 2-1 lead in the series, but certainly not at 100%. After the brutal attack with a steel chair from Alexander Lee just a few weeks ago. And speaking of brutal, what a chop to the chest and a rapid-fire forearms. Picking up right where he left off from last week, taking out his frustrations on Frank Jaeger. Lee kicked off this series, dropping 2 straight to Frank Jaeger, and finally got back on track with a win over his former MSP brother, Danger Kid. Clothesline after reversing the whip. Back elbow from Jaeger. And a spinning heel kick connecting. And that's exactly the kind of combinations you need to succeed if you're Frank Jaeger. The ring tape coming off. Maybe he is at 100%. Big forearm to Lee.
Where's that anger now?
What a slap across the face. Another forearm return from Jaeger. And now Jaeger firing off. He's got him backed in the corner. Rapid fire chops from frisky Frank. Referee has to get in there. Lee caught the shot. Rings the arm. Flies over the top rope, tearing his left arm into that steel cable we call a ring rope. Lee's entire body weight tugging down on that left arm as he propelled to the floor. And a leg sweep center of the ring. Forcing that left arm down to the canvas hard and then dropping a head on the arm. And now trying to force feed Jaeger his own fingers. This dude's just sadistic. Picks him up just to chop him right back down. Alexander Lee soaking in the hate from the wrestlers around ringside with a smile. Snapmare to Frank Jaeger. Dropping an elbow down and now tearing back on the head of Frank Jaeger, restricting the airway all the while. And now trying to tie him up with his own body parts. Trying to maneuver the left arm into a submission hold. He's got the arm hooked, but Frank Jaeger able to twist back up to his feet. Connecting with a few shots, 3 to be exact. Lee twists out and forces him down by the left arm. And it's very clear the plan of attack Alexander Lee put in place for himself heading into match 4. Pick a body part and absolutely dissect Frank Jaeger. And that's what he's doing today. Now trying to bite his goddamn finger off. Referee gets in there and implements a 5 count, but a lot of damage done to the arm, the hand, the fingers of Frank Jaeger. This dude is relentless. First it was the ribs a few weeks ago, and now the left arm, the left hand being incapacitated by Alexander Lee. Forearm knocking Jaeger into the corner. Lee follows it up with one more.
1, 2.
Sends him across the ring into the corner.
You're gonna learn today.
Here he comes! Jaeger sidesteps! Lee crashing into the turnbuckle, and Jaeger flying into Alexander Lee with a splash! Big spear from Jaeger! Into the cover! Series could have wrapped up right there, but only a 2 count. Alexander Lee had his wits about him enough to get the shoulder up, and Frank Jaeger continuing the attack. Couple stomps now bringing Lee back up to a vertical base. And that turns out to be a huge mistake for Jaeger. Alexander Lee dropping the left arm onto his knees. And a back rake for good measure. Tearing up the skin on Frank Jaeger's back, now pinning him to the mat. Only 2 right there from the referee. Oh, come on now! 2 straight punches to the hand of Frank Jaeger. Jaeger definitely didn't walk in here at 100% today, and that number has certainly deteriorated over the past few minutes. Lee wrapping the left arm around that top rope. Referee there administering the count, and Lee slaps the hand away. Just taking so much pleasure in the pain of Frank Jaeger here tonight on episode 6. This has got to feel like some payback for Lee on Jaeger after the first 2 matches of this series. Lee getting caught with a quick roll-up in under 2 minutes in match 1, and then in match 2, Jaeger thinking on his feet, emulating Eddie Guerrero, slamming the chair down, throwing it in the hands of Alexander Lee, who got caught red-handed and just drilled Frank Jaeger into that top turnbuckle. Headbutt once again to the injured left arm. Arm wringer from Lee, trying to tie him up, maybe looking for that Event Horizon DDT. Jaeger flips backwards onto his feet. Belly to back suplex, dropping Lee hard into the cover. Only a 2 count there. Jaeger's a one-armed man at this point. How much of his offense can he actually implement here on Alexander Lee? Flying senton, but hurting those injured ribs from a few weeks ago. Into the cover. Only 2. And the brief few seconds Jaeger needed to recover could have been the difference between a 2 and a 3 count. Bubba bomb to Alexander Lee. Hooks the leg. Only 2 right there. And Lee, like the slimy creature that he is, sliding out, grabbing possession of the left arm, and once again, trying to tie up Frank Jaeger, restricting the airway with his own injured arm. Jaeger trying to get some energy from the wrestlers around ringside. Lee trying to keep him hooked to connect with the Event Horizon. Body shots from Jaeger. Twists out. German suplex to Alexander Lee, and he keeps him hooked. Make it 2. Once again maintaining the grip, and Jaeger's looking for 3. Oh, for Christ's sake! Lee grabbing a hold of the referee to prevent a 3rd German suplex, and you saw exactly where his leg went. Drilling Frank Jaeger into the canvas. Now Lee's got him all tied up with that injured left arm, trying to choke him out the same way he choked out Danger Kid just 2 weeks ago. And that's it. Referee calls for the bell. Jaeger's done. And Alexander Lee won't release the hold. Referee needs to get in there. Just inflicting more punishment on Frank Jaeger. Referee has to tear him loose off that hold. As Alexander Lee ties the series up at 2-2. Thankfully not going to inflict any more punishment on frisky Frank Jaeger. We'll be right back with oh, wait a second. He's got a steel chair and a kendo stick in hand. Chasing off the referee. And this is just getting uncomfortable. Uh-oh. Steel chair shot to the injured left arm. And now a kendo stick shot to that steel chair. This dude's a maniac.
Tied it up. I don't think there's going to be another one. I think my message has been clear.
Who knows if we'll even get a conclusion to this best of 5 series? We'll be right back.